Have you ever asked yourself what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who don't? It's an intriguing question that has puzzled many for centuries. The answer, however, is not as elusive as one might think. It lies in the power of starting now. Think about it. Every great journey, every monumental achievement, every tale of triumph has one thing in common. It began with a single step, a decision to start. That's right. The key that unlocks the door to success isn't hidden in the depths of complex strategies or elaborate blueprints. It's found in the simple act of beginning, of taking that first step forward. Successful individuals, those who've turned their dreams into reality, understand this fundamental truth. They don't wait for the perfect moment, they don't hold back, waiting for stars to align or for conditions to be just right. They seize the day, harnessing the power of starting now. Consider the story of any successful entrepreneur. What you'll find is not a tale of overnight success, but a journey of persistence and tenacity that began with a single powerful decision: to start. They understood that the only right time to start was now, and the only wrong time, never. Why is starting now so powerful, you ask? Well, it sets momentum in motion. It ignites the spark of action that fuels the engine of progress. It's the first step towards overcoming inertia, breaking free from the shackles of procrastination and doubt. Every moment spent waiting is a moment lost. Every second spent contemplating is a second not spent progressing. The power of starting now is transformative. It's the catalyst that converts dreams into goals and goals into achievements. So the next time you find yourself standing at the precipice of a dream, remember this. The journey to success begins not with a leap, but with a step taken now. For it is in the act of starting that the true power lies. The power of starting now can turn dreams into reality. Don't just dream about success, start now and make it happen. Consider the story of Amazon, one of the world's largest e-commerce platforms. This tale of success begins with one man, Jeff Bezos, and his vision of a future where commerce could thrive online. In the mid-90s, Bezos was comfortably nestled in a lucrative Wall Street job, yet he was captivated by the potential of the burgeoning internet. Rather than dreaming about possibilities, he decided to seize the moment and act. Bezos chose to leave the security of his job, a decision many would deem risky, if not downright foolish. But Bezos had a vision, and he had conviction. His garage became the birthplace of Amazon, a company that started as a humble online bookstore. His immediate action was not without challenges. There were long hours, limited resources, and plenty of skeptics. Yet Bezos remained steadfast, believing in the potential of his idea and the power of the internet. As we know, his belief was not misplaced. Amazon grew, expanding beyond books and into virtually every product category imaginable. Today, it is a global powerhouse, transforming not just e-commerce, but also cloud computing, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. However, this success did not happen overnight. It was the result of years of hard work, innovation, and resilience in the face of adversity. It was the result of Bezos' decision to start immediately, to act on his vision, and to keep pushing forward no matter what. Amazon's journey is a testament to the power of immediate action. It proves that it's not just about having a great idea or a grand vision. It's about taking that first step. No matter how small or uncertain, it's about starting now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when everything is perfectly aligned. This is the magic behind the story of Amazon. It's a story of action, of risk-taking, and ultimately of monumental success. It's a story that continues to inspire entrepreneurs worldwide, reminding us all that it's not just about dreaming big, but also about acting big. Amazon, a result of the power of starting now. Another inspiring example is the story of WhatsApp. This tale begins with Jan Koum, the founder of WhatsApp, who embodies the power of taking immediate action. Koum was born in a small village in Ukraine, living a humble life with his mother and grandmother. They lived in a house without hot water, and Koum had to queue up to make a phone call. Little did he know, he was destined to revolutionize the way we communicate. In 1992, Koum and his mother immigrated to Mountain View, California, leaving behind a country fraught with political unrest. They lived on food stamps, and Koum worked as a cleaner at a local grocery store. However, Koum had a keen interest in programming. He taught himself computer networking with manuals purchased from a used bookstore. Fast forward to 2009, Koum came up with the idea of WhatsApp. His vision was a simple, secure, and reliable messaging app. It's interesting to note that Coombe didn't just dream about this idea, he took immediate action. He co-founded WhatsApp with Brian Acton, a former Yahoo colleague. They faced multiple setbacks, but their relentless pursuit kept them going. By 2014, WhatsApp had grown to 400 million active users per month. This was not a stroke of luck, but a result of Coombe's determination, hard work, and his decision to start immediately. His conviction to act on his idea despite the challenges resulted in a messaging platform that today connects over 2 billion people worldwide. When Facebook acquired WhatsApp for a staggering $19 billion in 2014, Jan Coombe's journey came full circle. From a small village in Ukraine to the pinnacle of Silicon Valley, Coombe's story is not just about creating a billion-dollar company, it's about the power of an idea, the strength of conviction, and importantly, the courage to start now. WhatsApp, a testament to the power of starting now. But what does psychology say about the power of starting now? Well, it turns out quite a bit. One of the most intriguing concepts is the Zeigarnik effect. Named after Russian psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik, this principle suggests that our brains are better at remembering unfinished tasks than completed ones. In other words, once you start something, your brain is wired to see it through to completion. It's like having a personal assistant in your mind, nudging you to finish what you've begun. But the Zeigarnik effect isn't the only psychology-backed reason to start now. There's also the concept of momentum. You see, action begets action. The first step may be the hardest, but it also sparks a chain reaction. Each subsequent step becomes easier because you've built momentum, like a snowball, rolling down a hill, growing larger and faster with each turn. In the realm of cognitive psychology, there's a term for this, the progress principle. Coined by Teresa Amabile and Stephen Kramer, it states that making meaningful progress on a task can significantly boost your motivation and productivity. Therefore, by starting now, you're not just moving closer to your goal, you're also creating a positive feedback loop that fuels your drive to keep going. Moreover, immediate action helps combat procrastination, a common enemy of productivity. Starting now shatters the illusion of the perfect moment, which is often just a mirage. It forces us to confront our tasks head-on, rather than putting them off for a future date that may never come. In essence, psychology paints a clear picture. Starting now is powerful. It leverages the Zeigarnik effect, builds momentum, fosters a sense of progress, and tackles procrastination. Quite the quartet of benefits, wouldn't you agree? So whether you're an entrepreneur on the verge of launching a startup or someone with a personal goal, remember this: your brain is your ally. It's wired to help you succeed, but only if you take that crucial first step. Psychology, too, backs the power of starting now. Let's delve into the success story of Airbnb. Imagine being flat broke with an idea that could potentially change the world. That was the reality for Joe Gebbia and Brian Chesky, the founders of Airbnb. In the fall of 2007, they were struggling to pay their rent in San Francisco. They saw a problem: the lack of affordable accommodation. And with an entrepreneurial mindset, they envisioned a solution. They didn't have the luxury of time or resources, but they had the power of starting now. With 3 air mattresses, a simple website, and a bold idea, Airbnb was born. They began renting out their living room to conference attendees who couldn't find a hotel room. From this humble beginning, they built a global phenomenon that has transformed the way we travel. Airbnb's path wasn't always smooth. They faced numerous challenges, including legal battles, safety issues, and fierce competition. But the founders stayed true to their vision and kept pushing forward. They didn't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect product. They started with what they had and learned along the way. The decision to start immediately is what set Airbnb apart. They didn't let the fear of failure or the magnitude of their idea stop them. Instead, they embraced the challenge and turned adversity into opportunity. Today, Airbnb operates in over 190 countries and has hosted more than 800 million guests. The founders of Airbnb didn't just dream of a better way to travel. They acted on their idea, faced the challenges head-on, and turned their vision into reality. Their journey embodies the power of starting now, of taking that first step, no matter how small or uncertain. Remember, every great enterprise starts with a single step. It's not just about having a brilliant idea, it's about acting on it, pushing through the challenges and learning from every step of the journey. Airbnb, a shining example of the power of starting now. SpaceX, another incredible illustration of the power of starting now. Imagine this. You're Elon Musk, a man who's made a fortune in the tech industry. You have a dream, a vision to revolutionize space travel and make life multiplanetary. But the aerospace industry is vast, complex, and dominated by government agencies and established corporations. Where do you even begin? The answer is simple. You start now. In 2002, Musk founded SpaceX with a singular goal: to make space travel affordable and accessible. A daunting task, no doubt, but he didn't just dream about it, he acted. He took the leap, the risk, and started working towards his vision, regardless of the challenges that lay ahead. Musk's journey wasn't easy, though. The company faced numerous setbacks and failures. SpaceX's first 3 launches failed, and the company was on the brink of bankruptcy, but Musk didn't let these hurdles deter him. He remained steadfast, understanding that failure is part of the process, part of the journey to success, and his persistence paid off. In 2008, SpaceX became the first privately funded company to send a payload into orbit, and that was just the beginning. In the years that followed, SpaceX achieved a series of remarkable firsts, from landing and reusing an orbital rocket to launching astronauts into space. Today, SpaceX is a leader in the aerospace industry, pushing the envelope of what's possible and bringing us closer to a future where space travel is a reality for everyday people. By starting now, by acting on his dreams and ideas, Musk has fundamentally transformed the world of space exploration. But remember, it all started with a dream, a vision, and the decision to act on it, to start now, despite the challenges and uncertainties that lay ahead. And that's the power of starting now. It's about taking that first step, no matter how daunting the journey may seem. It's about embracing the opportunities and challenges that come your way. It's about making your dreams a reality. SpaceX, a stellar example of the power of starting now. What does science say about the power of starting now? Well, let's delve into the realm of science for a moment. Have you ever heard of Newton's first law of motion? It states that an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an external force. Now, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with starting now? Imagine your goals, your dreams, your aspirations as that object. When it's at rest, it tends to stay idle, stagnant, unfulfilled. It's easier to continue doing nothing than to initiate a change. It's easier to stay in your comfort zone than to venture out into the unknown. However, the moment you decide to start now, you're applying that external force needed to set your dreams into motion. Starting now creates a momentum, a drive that propels you towards your goals. This momentum, once initiated, tends to keep going. It's like rolling a ball downhill. The initial push might require some effort, but once it starts rolling, it keeps going, gaining speed and momentum as it progresses. This scientific perspective also lends itself to the concept of compounding. In finance, compounding refers to the process where the value of an investment increases because the earnings on an investment, both capital gains and interest, earn interest as time passes. The same principle applies to your actions. The earlier you start, the more time you have for your efforts to compound, leading to greater results in the long run. In neuroscience, starting now also impacts how our brain works. When we take immediate action, we activate our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and goal-setting. This activation reinforces our determination and commitment to our goals, making us more likely to follow through and succeed. So, whether it's the laws of physics, the principles of finance, or the workings of our brain, science provides ample evidence of the power and importance of starting now. It shows us that the act of beginning, of taking that first step, sets in motion a chain of events that propels us towards our goals. Science, too, affirms the power of starting now. So how can you harness the power of starting now? Well, let's dive into that. To begin with, you need to identify your goal. What is it that you truly want to achieve? It could be anything from starting a new business, writing a novel, to learning a new language. Once you have a clear goal in mind, write it down. Make it real, tangible. Next, break down your goal into manageable tasks. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step is easier to take when you know exactly where it's leading. Each small task you complete will bring you closer to your goal and give you a sense of accomplishment. Now here's the crucial part. Start immediately, yes, right now. There's no better time than the present, even if it's a small step. Take it. Every great journey begins with that first decisive action. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. In fact, expect them. They're part of the process. When you stumble, pick yourself up, learn from the experience, and keep going. Your mistakes are stepping stones on your path to success. Consistency is key. Make a habit of working towards your goal every day, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Those 15 minutes a day add up, and before you know it, you've made significant progress. The benefits of starting now are immense. It boosts your confidence, keeps you motivated, and most importantly, it brings you closer to your dreams. So don't wait for the perfect moment, because there's no such thing. The perfect moment is now. Remember, every successful person you admire started where you are right now. They had an idea, a dream, and they took that first step. They embraced the power of starting now, and look where it got them. You have the same potential, the same power. All you have to do is harness it. So take that step. Start now. The power of starting now lies within your hands. The power of starting now, a force that can change your life. This is not just a statement, but a truth that can transform your existence. Throughout this video, we've explored the journeys of Amazon, WhatsApp, Airbnb, and SpaceX, companies that launched from a simple idea and soared to great heights. They all have one thing in common: they all started now. Let's take a moment to reflect. What if Jeff Bezos had waited to start Amazon, or if Brian Acton and Jan Koum had postponed their idea of WhatsApp? What if Elon Musk had put off his dreams of SpaceX? Or if the founders of Airbnb had hesitated? The world would have been robbed of these revolutionary innovations. The essence of their success lies in the power of starting now. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They made the moment perfect by taking immediate action. They didn't just dream, they acted. Their stories echo the psychological and scientific concepts we've discussed, providing evidence that the secret to success is to start now. And so we arrive at the crux of our journey together. It's time for you to take a step towards your dreams and goals. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You don't have to have everything figured out, you don't need to have all the resources, and you don't need to wait for a sign. The sign is here, the sign is now. You have the idea, the dream, the goal. All you need to do is start. It might be a small step, it might seem insignificant, but remember, even the mightiest oak tree was once a small acorn. Don't underestimate the power of a small step taken in the right direction. Embrace the power of starting now. Let it fuel your journey towards your dreams. Let it be the force that transforms your life. Harness the power of starting now and watch as your dreams become your reality.